Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to day 3 of the Big O right here in Eugene, Oregon. Just in case you turned in wanting to see something else, what you're gonna get is the Rose City Wheels of Justice versus Atlanta Roller Girls, Dirty South Derby Girls, all-star teams all the way through. I'm Magic Pony.
My name is Plastic Patrick.
And it's certainly great to be here. Patrick, do you want to bring out Atlanta first?
I would love to bring Atlanta. Ranked 13 in the WFTDA. They are the Atlanta Roller Girls, Dirty South Derby Girls, number 12, Rebel Yellow, 143 Baller Shot Caller, 1701 Jean-Duc Picard, 1964 Actual Malice, 213 Aphrodite, 23 Malitude Adjustment, 247 Slams Mackenzie, 33 Troublemaker, 50 Jamunition, 504 Natty Long Legs, 6 Wild Cherry, 747 Aussie Kamikaze, 76 Queen Luzia Tifa, 89-79 Switchblade Susie. And what about those Rose City Rollers, Magic Pony?
Thank you. Skating today for your Wheels of Justice, number 127 Jessica Chestnuts, number 1313, Griffin. Number 26, Nacho Lucky Day. Number 28, Alicia Nesbitt Smith. Number 307, Shayna Sarlson. Number 365, Copernicus. Number 4, Jess Rivas. Number 426, Ripley. Number 48, Feliz Brutality. Number 50, Scald Eagle. Number 523, Liquor and Split. Number 7, Monica Geigel. Number 77, Lauren Much. And number 934, Jamie True.
And this will be both teams' third bout of the weekend. Rose City had 2 victories, 355 to 129 against Philly on Friday and 237 to 188 last night against Texas. Atlanta suffered a loss to Bay Area, 205 to 125, and a great victory to Boston, 245 to 95 yesterday. Day 3 of the Big O, Atlanta in the white, Rose City in the purple. Magic Pony, how excited are you about this one?
I'm totally out of my pants crazy, Patrick.
That's right, he's not wearing pants.
You'll never know. It should be a great game. I know both these teams put on a super display every time they're on the track. I had the luck of calling the Bay Area Atlantic bout earlier this week. I guess that was on Friday, and it was super sport. I could not believe the game I saw. This is my first Woj bout of the weekend, and I'm really excited about it. Yeah.
Well, Rose City, I think, has been putting on quite a display of defense.
That's their game.
A real solid, practically not moving defense. And what else is there to say about their fantastic jammer rotation?
It's pretty deep.
Yeah.
And tall.
Yeah.
And Scald Eagle-y.
Yeah. Scald Eagle, Liquor and Split.
Lauren Much
and Feliz Brutality. And looks like they're going with that same rotation today.
And
now Atlanta has been doing pretty well themselves. They are ranked 13th. They're going up against number 3. They are hoping to climb up in the rankings. This is a great opportunity for them to get some rankings points to bring up their rank as we draw closer and closer to where we'll be selecting the playoff season.
Teams for playoffs and champs, and it's going to be great. Starting off on the line for Wheels of Justice right now, Scald Eagle, number 50.
Against Jamunition, number 50 as well.
Scald Eagle breaks out and takes lead jammer. Jamunition still back in the pack. Wheels of Justice working on Patrick's favorite super slow line at the very front end. Scald Eagle attacking Atlanta in the back with the help of
Sarlson.
I can never decide whether it's Shayna or Sarlson. Nobody making much progress right now, and a lot we've seen all weekend. The 2 walls of play going on. Everybody busy with their jammers. Scald Eagle on the inside.
Yeah, she recycled. She passed her own pack and passed the Atlanta pack. The Atlanta could not recycle quickly enough on the inside. Star pass from the Atlanta jammer, number 23, Matitude Adjustment.
One of my favorite names in all of Derby.
That's right. Scald Eagle calls it off before Matajuch Adjustment has a chance to score any points. We're at 9-0 for Rose City, 28:54 left in the half.
We're just getting started. This game could go either way. And Magic Pony laughed most heartily at his own jokes. On the line right now, number 77, Lauren Much.
And that's Troublemaker 33 for Atlanta.
Lauren Much on the outside, jumps to the in. Nesbitt Smith, the screen for her on the inside line. Right now, trying to push through the front. Troublemaker stuck in the back with Copernicus and Nesbitt Smith. Lauren Much taking another route around, dropped out, jumps back in, and assaults the front.
And 30 seconds into this jam, we're just getting to turn 2. We're seeing a bit of movement, but Boat Jammer recycled far, far back.
And it's that solid, rock solid defense on both of these teams.
Oh, yeah.
Seeing Lauren Much not be able to make progress through a line is something you just don't see in any Derby anywhere.
And there goes Troublemaker, also recycled. Notice how they drew far back, but they were on the Jammers were on the outside of the track, which is much better for the blockers, as Jammers on the outside have to take a longer way around. Lauren Much breaks through. She's your lead jammer.
Troublemaker on the line, dropped to the in by, looks like Jamie True.
And quickly through, that's Lauren Much picking up 5.
Atlanta and Rose City dropping 1 each to the penalty box. Lauren Much on the outside. That's more the way she likes to play. She comes through hot and low, works her way around the outside.
Yeah, Jammer ref is showing 4 points. The bench is screaming for 5.
Lauren Much, bit of a tumble, and that jam is off. No, it's not. I'm sorry. It's whistles from the other track throwing me off. Sorry about that.
Lauren Much is carrying on. So far, 14 points.
Another star pass for Atlanta.
To baller shot caller.
Holy mackerel. Number 6, Wild Cherry, sliding in backwards to drop Lauren Much in the turn.
And there goes the coach asking law and order, the ref. I bet he's asking about those 4 points.
Rob Lobster.
Rob Lobster, 4 versus 5 in the second pass of Lauren Much.
Rob likes to spend a lot of time out in the middle asking questions, just making he's very detail-oriented, very focused on the game, and likes to make sure everybody's paying attention.
I think it's a coach thing.
Oh yeah, Rob more than most.
And looks like they're going to make the correction. So Coach Lobster was right. 15 points for Lauren Much and the Rose City Rollers.
The guy is sharp as a tack.
Rose City now at 27, Atlanta at 0. Rose City in the purple, Atlanta in the white. Little over 26 minutes left in this bout.
And right now we've got number 523, Liquor and Split, skating against Aphrodite, number 213 from Atlanta. More slow starts from both these teams. Atlanta's defense is working against all of Portland. It's really something amazing to see. Aphrodite right now stuck behind just about everybody. Rivas dropping back, working with Chestnuts in the back line, and Griffin.
And the Rose City defense is so strong, they can afford to send an O, which frees Liquor and Split. She picks up the jammer status 3 so far for Rose City, 3 in a row. Aphrodite breaks through the pack. She's the first jammer for Atlanta to do so without the star pass.
Hey, that's right. Of course, here we are in Jam 3.
Liquor and Split.
Liquor and Split through, grabs her points, calls it off. And 31-0, Rose City. Back on the line, it's Scald Eagle, number 50 for Rose City, and number 1701, Jean-Luc Picard for Atlanta. And looks like we're going to take a little bit of a break. Where'd those go? Thank you, Patrick. Hey, we'd like to remind you that Hot Mama's Wings, anyone who comes to the Big O with a bracelet will receive a discount Saturday night. That was Saturday night. You missed out on it. Located at 420 West 13th Avenue, a 10-minute walk from the LEC. Scald Eagle on the attack. Finds it. Go ahead.
Jean-Jacques Picard pushing at the front. And Scald Eagle at the back. Here, Scald Eagle is now at the front, pushing that wall, all facing backwards wall.
You almost have to line up on her like that. Atlanta drops in, scrapes off everybody from Rose City. What was that? Number 143.
Baller shot caller. And a grand slam. Grand slam for Scald Eagle. She picks up 5. Atlanta still sitting at 0. Rose City now at 36. When will Atlanta get on the board?
Huge hit. Dished out to Scald Eagle. Actually ended up with one of Atlanta's on the floor. And that brought that jam to a speedy conclusion.
She picked up 1 more point. So Rose City now at 37. Atlanta at 0. Again, Rose City in the purple. Atlanta and the white. Will Jammunition, the next jammer up for Atlanta, be the first to get them on the board? She'll be facing Felisa Brutality, number 48 from Rose City.
Like you've got a very classy Spanish accent when you say that.
Caramba.
Feliz all over the track right now on the outside. Sees some sunshine, breaks through on the inside. Lead jammer. Wheels of Justice. Right now, Jammunition back to the back of the pack. Wheels of Justice with the triangle defense. Jammunition jamming it to Chestnuts, and Feliz Brutality on her way to the penalty box for a low block.
I didn't catch it, but that's Power Jam number 1 for Atlanta. Power Jam number 1 for this bout. This is Atlanta's chance to get on the board.
Copernicus covering the inside line, slowing her down a little bit. Jammunition back at slamming away at Wheels of Justice. No need to say it, but I'll say it anyway. This is the Power Jam that Atlanta really needs right now, and the Wheels of Justice are busy, absolutely killing it.
Yeah, but they're staying within the engagement zone. A pack stopped at a dead stop. Here comes Feliz Brutality hitting the back of the pack.
2 just deadly positional blockers, that being Chestnuts and Ripley. There's no getting past them, and we've got Feliz Brutality back to the back of the pack in Atlanta, having to deal with a pileup of their own.
And Jean-Jacques Picard pushing at the front.
Everybody busy. Ripley back to try to break out Brute right now.
Oh, excuse me, that's Jammunition. She picks up, there we go, she picks up Atlanta's first 5 points. They are now on the board.
Ripley in the business of trying to slow people down so they can't get behind her. Jammunition's back. Ripley on the out saying no. Jammunition goes straight to the in and puts up another 4.
2 blockers for Atlanta holding back Feliz Brutality. They had to let her go. She broke through again, picked up 5, and the jam is done. 2 minutes, 2 very difficult minutes, which brings our score to 42 for Rose City, 9 for Atlanta, 21:15 left in this half. Atlanta getting some traction.
Doing a good job focusing on their game and studying their opponents and just adjusting things just enough. Jammunition, one hot jammer.
Lauren Munch, number 77 for Rose City, excuse me. Troublemaker, number 33 for Atlanta. The jam is off.
Lauren Munch having a pretty good weekend this weekend.
I'll say.
Right now, actually pretty much every game is a good game for Lauren Munch.
Troublemaker, though, I must say, a standout jammer for Atlanta this weekend.
Yeah, in Bay Area, the Bay Area game, she was super as well. Lauren Munch out, she's your lead jammer.
There goes Troublemaker now getting it through.
Baller shot caller to the penalty box for Atlanta. Bit of a pile-up. Lauren Munch breaks out, calls it off. Picks up her 4 on the way by. We'd like to thank LTD, Lane Transit District, for the best way to connect with the Big O this weekend, driving everybody for free.
Absolutely. And if you're not here, you're missing out.
Here on track 2 right now at the Big O.
Exactly.
Yeah, where else is there to be?
Where else is there to be?
Taking to the line once again, Aphrodite and number 523, Liquor and Split. I think I see how this game is going to go.
Oh, you see in the future.
Yeah.
I can just see one jam at a time.
Solid, well, just in style of play. Aphrodite breaking out. She's lead jammer.
A much-needed lead jammer status for Atlanta.
Liquor and Split pushing it forward. Number 747, Aussie Kamikaze with the reverse drop on Liquor and Split, taking her to the back of the pack. I don't think Liquor liked it.
Yeah, we've got a track out happening here. And I believe it's on, we're about to find out.
Somebody's going to report
127.
Chestnuts.
Yep, for Rose City will be sitting in the penalty box for the next 30 seconds.
Both teams down 1 to the penalty box going into this jam.
1701 Jean-Luc Picard will be taking the line for Atlanta. Number 50, the ever so famous Scald Eagle for Rose City.
And bunching up 3-on-1 right now, because that's everybody who's out there. Atlanta slowing down the Scald Eagle. They're not even out of the pivot box yet. Scald Eagle flummoxed. And Jean-Luc Picard still in the back. One down. Copernicus drops. She's right back in it, and right now running the line. Scald Eagle on the outside. Lead jammer.
Only 2 blockers out there for Atlanta, which allowed Scald Eagle to break through. Now 3. Jean-Luc Picard still looking to get some traction. She's still stuck on her initial pass.
Scald with that patented shaking assault on the line. Takes a step back and has a run at it. Fakes him to the out. And there's another 5 for Scald Eagle. When she takes that few steps back, you really need to watch for what's coming next.
Oh yeah, she can get some traction.
It's not contact. It's that just shaking action she puts. It's like a G.I. Joe doll from the 70s.
Jam is called off. Rose City now at 55, Atlanta at 12. 17:30 left in the half.
KB Dreams Design and Photography, one of our proud sponsors. Thank you, KB Dreams. We'd also like to thank Ninkasi Brewing, the official beer of Emerald City Roller Girls. Have some Ninkasi right now.
And can we say something about how well this tournament has been put together?
It's been brilliant.
Absolutely. Emerald City, once again, doing a terrific job on hosting a really large tournament. 3 tracks running simultaneously. I think we have some stats on how many teams
300
here.
volunteers, 36 teams from around the world.
19 vendors, 25 announcers, 129 officials, and 55 games, all happening in 3 days. That's the Big O 2015 for you, when we're not even done.
We're gonna need 2 venues next year.
That's right. Teams taking a timeout. As I was saying, Rose City is ranked 3rd in the WFTDA. Of course, infamous game at last year's final of the WFTDA championship. They will be looking to climb back there again this year. Atlanta has had a nice run at champs every year for the past 4 years. Of course, looking to climb the rankings there. But the story last year was how close Rose City came to toppling the giant Gotham in the final.
Last-minute heartbreaking loss in there. Back on the line, it's Lauren Much and Jamunition, respectively, on their lines. Lauren Much up front. Chestnuts dropped out, jumped right back in. Somebody picked up a direction of play call.
Queen Luz Yatifa.
And there goes another for Atlanta. Lauren Much out for lead jammer.
Yeah, and that's 5:04. Natty Longlegs also sitting in the penalty box. Only 1 blocker out there for Atlanta, 3 in the box. Jamunition not getting much help out there, and which allows Lauren Much to pick up 5 easy points for Rose City.
Sarlson and Jess Rivas just dishing it out to Jammunition. Up front, Chestnut slowing her down, dropping her to the end, and picks up a forearm. She'll be off to the box. Lauren Much weaves through the line. No one's there to stop her.
Nope, only one blocker out there for Rose City. That's Wild Cherry, the captain.
Jammunition still hung up on Sarlson, Jess Rivas, and Griffin.
And Much getting out there like no one's even standing in her way. She picks up 5 more points. That's 15 so far.
Came through so quick I didn't even see it. Lauren Much on the outside, and Sarlson in with a nice screen. We've had a star pass again for Atlanta in that jam.
Yeah, that's to Wild Cherry.
Jess Rivas and Sarlson owning that one.
We're trying to say there are only 2 blockers.
I thought pivots were blockers, but I've never really seen this game before.
They're special blockers.
Okay.
They're blockers with a privilege.
Fancy hat.
Number 213, Aphrodite, facing Felice Brutality.
Oh no, Felice Brutality up front, and it's Aphrodite on the outside in the straightaway. Felice Brutality putting the speed on to get around and make up for some of that time.
And Felice Brutality picked nothing. Aphrodite picked up 1, which brings Atlanta to 14.
That's usually what comes after 13, unless
That's
they have it
right.
up there faster.
Or maybe they added it quicker than we thought. Rose City is at 79 in any case. We have 14 and a half minutes left in this first half. You are watching the Big O live from Eugene, Oregon. This is Rose City, number 3, versus Atlanta, number 13 in the WFTDA rankings. And the jam is off.
And that's Liquor and Split out there right now with Troublemaker. Atlanta holding down Liquor and Split in the backfield right now. Liquor just prying away at every hole she can find in that wall. Trying to find it through on the outside.
She's tripped, but she stays on her inbounds.
We had a no pass on that one, so she is not lead jammer. Troublemaker takes lead jammer and calls it off under the pressure of...
Yeah, she was about to be scored on, therefore she didn't want that to happen. Calls off the score. And wise decision coming from her bench.
Hey, we want to thank Notorious RED Gear Deodorant. Notorious RED smells clean even if you play dirty.
Nobody plays dirty here.
I know, you didn't see the game I saw last night.
Nope.
On the line, it's number 50, Scald Eagle.
And that's 17:01 Jean-Juc Picard for Atlanta.
Scald Eagle weaving her way around. Big hits all the way around. Who was that caught a piece of her? Number 143, that would be Baller. Shot caller caught just enough of Scald Eagle to throw her off the track.
Yeah, we've been saying a lot about Baller's shot caller. She was a transfer from Gold Coast.
Oh, really?
Yep, first year on Atlanta. That's quite a pickup for them.
Yeah, I would say so, yes.
Yep, member of Team USA.
Scald Eagle powers through that wall in the back. Baller shot caller couldn't slow her down that time. Nesbitt Smith on her way to the penalty box.
And Jean-Juc Picard breaks through the pack. That was her initial. Woo.
Hits galore. Scald Eagle having to call that one off, dancing backwards.
She picked up 4 and called it a day. Rose City now at 88, Atlanta 13, 12 and a half minutes left in the first half of this game.
Sin City Skates, 25 years of combined on-track derby experience. SinCitySkates.com, where customer service is the name of our game. That's Sin City Skates.
And the name of this game is Roller Derby. Right now, 2 blockers from Atlanta sitting in the box, 1 for Rose City. Of course, Atlanta dragging it at the front to give their jammer some traction.
Lauren Much with a bullet on the inside, takes lead jammer after 1. Nice ricochet. And we've got Sarlson on her way to the penalty box.
Rivas taking a tumble. Here comes Lauren Much with 2 blockers at the front. That's Wild Chair and Queen Luziatifa.
Jess Rivas getting a piece of her and dragging Jammunition to the very back of the pack.
Jammunition breaks through the pack. That's her initial.
Nice work by her blockers on that one and screening everybody off. Lauren Much threw backwards, calling it off.
She picked up 4 more, brings up Rose City to 97. That's 9 points in this jam for Lauren Much. Atlanta at 13, 11:15 left in period 1.
Left turn clothing that conforms and moves with you. That's left turn. On the line. Oh, you already said who was on there.
No,
Oh.
but I can tell you.
Please do.
Troublemaker.
And
Celebrated jammer for Atlanta. And here's Felice Brutality for Rose City.
Brute going for the direct assault right now, taken off the track by Atlanta.
Multiple player block called on the Rose City pack. Troublemaker picks up lead jammer status. But here comes Felice Brutality right behind her.
It's a race to the back of the pack, and up at the front of the pack, it's a race to stay away. Rose City on the run. Felice Brutality on the attack. Troublemaker calling it off after the pressure was on.
I think she feels like she called it off a wee bit early. One of the blockers from Rose City took a tumble. That was a good chance for her to score a point, but she had already called it off. The pack was going ever so quickly, and she just said, oh, I'm not going to make it. All the Rose City blockers were jetting for the front, and the Atlanta blockers at the back. She was right there with Felice Brutality. There was no point in losing a point.
Yeah.
Any points.
Losing all 4, maybe.
Yep.
Aphrodite back on the line, and that is once again Liquor and Split. Drop to the in. Liquor and Split on the attack really hits the line hard, and it's still going nowhere.
Nope, both packs barely breaking it past turn 2.
Up front, it's Chestnuts leading the triangle defense with Jess Rivas, and I can't tell who the other one is from here. Nice job recycling and circling around, staying ahead.
A nice tool holding back Aphrodite.
Chestnuts with the drop on Aphrodite.
And Liquor and Split getting no traction at the front of that pack.
Chestnuts back on her way to the penalty box.
And both packs getting barely any traction. Oh,
feel
here
like
comes Aphrodite. Her pack is moving from... Both packs are about to crash, actually.
If the packs did merge, there'd be a chance for a jammer to move forward. And right now, Jess Rivas making sure that's not going to happen.
Well, what usually ends up happening is the pack that's in the back ends up crashing into the front pack, and then if the blockers are quick enough to recycle at the front, they can still stop her. But we're approaching the curve now, and that's where there's the most room. So that's what Aphrodite is hoping. Here come Rose City on the offense, trying to get that pack moving so that Liquor and Split can break through.
And this is the most effective set of blocking I've seen in any game. And there goes Liquor and Split. Chestnuts finally out of the box, gets in and scrapes her off.
Wow.
That was a brawl.
A minute and 10 seconds before there was a lead jammer.
Super effective play. Nobody getting hurt on that either. It was a,
Nope.
That was
no
a battle.
points. Rose City now at 97. Atlanta 13. 7.5 minutes left.
Back on the line, number 50, Skull Deagle.
And that's Jammunition number 50 from Atlanta. The Dirty South Derby Girls.
Skull Deagle up front finds the white wall that's planted itself so firmly at the front of the pack in almost every jam so far. Skull Deagle dropped out and back.
Look how fast that pack reformed. Right. Oh, and there she goes. The two walls crashed into one another, and then the curve. Out came Skull Eagle, picking up lead jammer status. Jammunition still stuck on her initial pass.
Alicia Nesbitt Smith. And right now, because of all the officials, I can't see everybody. Skull Eagle picks up a back block on her way through the pack. she'll be on her way to think about what she's done for 30 seconds.
And there goes Jamunition completing her initial pass. That is a chance for Atlanta to break from the 13 points that they've been held at for quite some time.
Atlanta in for the breakup. The anarchy created, but still not doing it. Sarlson dropping out for bridging. Nesbitt, Smith, Copernicus up front. And she's out. A
Picks
hard
up 5.
Atlanta lining up ready for Scald Eagle. Just nicked her out, and she goes to the back of the pack. Up front, Jamunition still having her day with Wheels of Justice. Scald Eagle, one more to get by, and out.
And she clears the pack. She picks up 4.
Wild Cherry punching Scald Eagle's card every time they come together lately. And the same thing. Scald to the back. Jamunition still trying to fight through.
And one tough jam.
Holy.
Atlanta at 22 points. So Rose City on top at 102, breaking the century mark. 5 minutes left in this very defensive game.
It's like a clinic on how to run really hard defense.
How to keep your pack from moving at all.
On the line, that's number 77, Lauren Much.
Facing Jean-Luc Picard for Atlanta.
Lauren Much finding some sunshine on the outside. Not a bit. Number 76 in the way, Queen Luzia Tifa. And they have still got a hold of her. There she goes. Lead jammer, Lauren Much.
Jean-Luc Picard also exiting the pack. Lauren Much has about a half a track on her. She's going to instruct her blockers to go to the front so that all of the opposite blockers at the back.
Lauren Much deciding on the call. Pressure was on from Jean-Luc Picard.
Yeah, she picked up 3, called it off. Her team at 105, Atlanta and 22, 4 minutes left.
Atlanta being able to drop in front of her and put up one of those walls. She knows she's not going to get through it right away. Seems like no matter how far back the other jammer would be, you might as well call it off.
And here's a matchup we've seen before. Felice Brutality facing up Troublemaker for Atlanta. Felice Brutality, as I hear one of the infamous juniors
Absolutely
coming up
true.
from the Rosebuds program.
I don't even know. She's got to have been skating derby about 7 years now. And there she goes to the penalty box. She'll be
Walking
off
with the head.
with Ripley. They'll have some time to think about what they were doing, and Troublemaker breaks out on the inside.
She picks up 5, bringing Atlanta to 27.
Copernicus, Nesbitt Smith on the track right now for Wheels of Justice. Troublemaker has trouble.
Atlanta playing passive offense, just simply getting that pack to move. And if you had asked me about this, I would have said that's not going to work with Rose City because they can just bring the pack to a halt in no time. But she did break through and picked up another 5. Oh, big apex jump from Felice Brutality. That's how you complete an initial pass.
That scared everybody. I don't think anybody saw it coming. Lauren Mudge, absolute all action all the time, takes a huge hit, which was a forearm, and Atlanta will be sending one to the box. Switchblade Susie. Lauren Mudge dropped out, now being taken back.
Troublemaker is still dealing with a 3-pack at the front of the engagement zone. Rose City playing offense, Felice Brutality. There's 2 more to go, but she breaks through. She picked up 4, as did Troublemaker. Troublemaker is lead. She chooses to carry on.
Lauren Mudge in through her line, and that jam is on.
That jam is over. She chose to carry on. She actually, no, Rose City picked up 2 more points. 2 more as well for Troublemaker. Atlanta trailing at 42. Rose City 1-1-1, 1:11, a minute and a half left in the first half.
Rob Lobster out in the track discussing the whiteboard.
He just notices everything.
Nothing gets by him.
Scald Eagle versus Aphrodite.
Scald Eagle on the inside, not quite making it.
Aphrodite pushing at the front behind a 4, now 3 wall of Rose
Scald
City
Eagle
blockers.
backwards through the pivot box. Takes lead jammer. Atlanta ready for her on this next pass once again. Showing she can do it on both sides of the track.
And this is a demonstration of why you would think twice about recycling or hitting out Scald Eagle instead of simply containing her.
Right, and she's so quick.
Yeah.
Her leap back onto the track with
Yeah,
legs
absolutely.
like that, she can jump back onto the track faster than you can get behind her.
Well, exactly, which is why I'm thinking teams should think twice about hitting out a jammer like herself. If they've got a 4-wall, she's on the curve dangerously enough. She's got more room to move. So if you're on the curve, you might want to try and
Throw a net
contain
over.
her right up against the line without necessarily hitting her out.
And that's that. Man, this game's going fast.
Ooh, Atlanta at 42, Rose City 117. We're gonna have time. This is the
halftime.
big, yeah, sure is. This is the Big O, track 2. Again, Atlanta versus Rose City. We're gonna take a small break and we'll see you back in 8 minutes for the completion of this game.
And we're back.
You're watching Rose City Rollers facing Atlanta. This is live from Eugene, Oregon, the Big O tournament, day 3, Magic Pony.
Hey, thank you, Plastic Patrick.
Hee-hee.
Yep, there we are.
There we are. So we were looking at a few stats during the break. Of course, you want to know the penalty situation, and we've got that for you. 19 penalties for Atlanta, but 0 jammer penalties. As far as Rose City goes, 13 penalties, but 3 of those are jammer penalties. So even though Atlanta is leading 117-42, they are locking down the defense very, very well, even during the power jams. Atlanta only picking up 42 points during the first half. Of course, they will be looking to inch closer to the almighty defense of Rose City.
Well, so far, actually being a pretty fair game as far as defense is concerned.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think we can definitely say that slow pack is here.
Super slow.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
but
old day slow.
you know, it's a modern version of the slow pack. It's not like the 2011 version where it would just go nowhere. It's
Yep.
a slow pack, and suddenly somebody makes a break for it, and it speeds up in the blink of an eye, which is way more entertaining than all
Everybody
fast or
just
are
standing
slow.
around.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think pretty much the death of passive offense is here.
Yeah. You have to get out and do something.
Yeah, because the packs are so powerful and so solid that if you simply play the passive offense, you are going to waste that precious 30 seconds to collect some time, especially now that, you know, the jammer penalties are 30 seconds long. You want to bank on them, especially a team like Atlanta that's had 3 power jam opportunities that did capitalize on them, but I'm sure that they would look to capitalize on it even more since they are trailing a fair bit at this point in the bout.
Yeah, they're down a little going into the second half. Always being able to, it's hard to make that decision to drop one blocker to run off and help with your jammer, but the times that people have been effective with doing that, it's been effective, especially in the case of Feliz Brutality got saved with one of those. Jammunition got saved by a couple of those in this last half. I'm sure we're going to see more of that starting up right now.
And what we definitely will see more of is Atlanta starting at the back, because now they have the jammer line bench as Rose City now has the pivot line bench. Again, Rose City is wearing the purple, Atlanta is wearing the white, and we are off for period number 2.
Scald Eagle muscling the line forward, breaks out up front. Lead jammer. I do believe that's how we started off the last half, too.
I think you're right. But that's ball a shot caller for Atlanta exiting the pack.
Atlanta mixed in, trying to break up. Scald Eagle's momentum. She breaks through, calls it off before baller shot caller has a chance to do anything about it.
A quick 4-0 brings Rose City to 121. Atlanta at 142. That was a 30-second jam, Magic Pony.
It's happening fast.
Yep.
Lauren Much and Troublemaker on the line right now, and everybody way up at the pivot line.
Ooh, hello.
Speaking of 2011. Lauren Much on the run, fakes to the out, and cuts back in with Troublemaker right on top of her. Troublemaker dropped out by Rose City. And having her trouble in the back. Lauren Much breaking out, lead jammer. Atlanta, just like we were talking about, drops back in for the offense and starts to try to work their jammer out.
What a beautiful mohawk that was on the outside of turn 2. There she goes, leaving the pack, picking up 5 points. That's 4 blockers and a jammer because Troublemaker is still dealing with the initial pass. There she goes, recycled way at the back.
Nesbitt Smith on that drop and drag. Copernicus in there holding the line right now, and Lauren Much back for another run.
Whew, like nobody's even standing there. 15 points so far for Lauren Much.
Nacho Lucky Day on her way to the penalty box.
Just as I said that, Troublemaker exits the pack. Lauren Much is going to go for scoring pass number 4. I had enough. She calls it off. After picking up, we shall discuss.
15 and 3.
18.
Bruised Skate News. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or online at bruisedsn.com.
Rose City at 139. Atlanta still at 42. They have not scored yet in the second half. 27.5 minutes to go.
Jammunition. No, that's not Jammunition. Yes, it is Jammunition. Just broke right through the pack. Everybody was distracted, and she is your lead jammer.
Flicker and split out there for Rose City.
Jammunition threw like nobody wanted to stop her.
Nope.
Takes her points and calls it off.
Yeah, she just broke that drought for Atlanta. Third jam in, and she's scoring 46 points for Atlanta, 139 for Rose. 26:50 left in period 2.
I like their Atlanta's changed their strategy up a little bit in this half. They're going for a short game, quick assaults and breakthroughs. It's working out really well for them so far.
Well, in order to do that, you have to break out of the pack first, pick up lead, and pick up those points quickly.
And it's Feliz Brutality with Aphrodite on the line. Feliz Brutality right now in the back. Aphrodite out front takes lead jammer with Feliz Brutality right behind her. Jess Rivas on her way to the penalty box.
Woo.
And Atlanta
Picked up 4, and she quickly called it off and kept Feliz Brutality from scoring any points. That was a very lucky break because sometimes there's a bit of a delay between hands hitting the hips and the actual whistle, and you can score up until the 4th tweet because what calls off the jam is a series of 4 quick whistles, and you're able to score until you hear the 4th tweet. And lucky enough for Aphrodite, she kept her opponent from scoring any points.
It's Scald Eagle on the line right now for your Wheels of Justice. And number 1701, Jean-Luc Picard. Scald Eagle hop, skip, and a jump on the inside line, and she is lead jammer. And Atlanta sends one to the penalty box. Picard on her trip.
Jean-Luc Picard exited the pack. Scald Eagle looks like she's standing by to call off the gem, and yes, she was. If you like a Scald Eagle, well, you will be able to see her once again tonight in the Team USA versus Big O All-Stars bout, which will be happening at 7:30. That's what's closing our tournament this year in 2015. I think a very exciting bout. It seems to be a trend now in certain tournaments to invite Team USA members to face off skaters that have stood out from various teams in the tournament.
And we're going for an official timeout.
An official timeout.
Well, nope, now we're back in. That was odd. And then you can hear the king. Bellicose revelries on the side. Lauren Mutch on the track with Troublemaker. Atlanta dropping in and slowing down Lauren Mutch's assault right away.
Yeah, that's her game. She wants to push the Atlanta pack right into the Rose City pack, so they're forced to recycle at the front and hopefully getting some movement so that she can just jump into the chaos and break free.
Lauren Mutch up front now with Atlanta's pack. One of the best recycles I've seen out of them for the day. Lead jammer, Lauren Mutch.
Troublemaker breaks free.
And Lauren Mutch right to the back of the pack. It's a bolt around the out, cuts to the in, calls it off. Just in time.
Troublemaker still at 0. Rose City now at 147. Atlanta 50, 23:44 left in period 2 of this Rose City versus Atlanta bout. You are watching a Big O tournament live from Eugene, Oregon.
Oregon. You're from Canada.
How would you say it?
Oregon.
Not up north.
It's different. It's different up there. And Jammunition back on the line, working out with the Wheels of Justice up front. Picks up a cut thanks to the work of Jessica Chestnuts.
And this is Atlanta's first jammer penalty.
It is the whole day.
Yep.
Wheels of Justice wasting no time to drop back and free Feliz Brutality. Feliz Brutality on the inside. Nobody even saw her back there. Wheels of Justice looking to scrape off somebody and keep Atlanta from running away. Feliz Brutality dropped.
Yep, that was a big one. Queen Luz Utifa was doing the pulling on this one.
She is a brick wall. And now Feliz Brutality trying to find her way through that Atlanta line with Jammunition back on the track up front.
And the pack going nowhere. Jammunition breaks through the pack.
Wheels of Justice wasting no time to get back and play offense for their jammer. Brute calling it off.
And Atlanta again occupying the back of the ball, back of the pack. We're gonna have Aphrodite facing Liquor and Split. Rose in the purple, Atlanta in the white.
Rose City starting down 1 to the penalty box is Jess Rivas waiting for her chance to come back. And Liquor and Split playing the Intimidator right away with Aphrodite.
Well, she's doing a very good job of killing some penalty time.
And everybody skating backwards.
See, today not only do you get slow and fast derby, you get backwards derby. I love it.
It's the talent. It's the level of talent involved. Jess Rivas back on the track. Aphrodite breaks through Wheels of Justice line, and lead jammer goes to Atlanta.
Liquor and Split also broke through. Aphrodite is looking to pick up some points as she has about 10 seconds before Liquor and Split hits the pack.
Jess Rivas, Nesbitt Smith, Nacho Lucky Day up front.
And she mustered 1 point for Atlanta, 3 points for Liquor and Split.
She fought for that point too.
A bit of a steal here. Rose City now at 159, Atlanta 51, 20-25 left in period 2.
A review being called by Atlanta.
There hadn't been any yet.
No. It's been a very non-litigious game, as it were.
And if you're wondering what else is coming up after this, we will have juniors, Magic Pony.
I can't wait.
Emerald City versus Mob City Juniors. And if you've never seen Junior Derby, you have to watch the Big O to see the juniors play. Very little difference from the grown-ups, I must say. The level of talent is just incredible.
Crazy. Yeah, I usually say it's the exact same game, only twice as fast.
Oh, yeah.
Kids love to run. And that game just rockets around the track. They really like to play.
And they would not like you saying kids.
Oh, the kids,
calling
not
them
the
kids.
Yeah, well, that's right. They're very young. These young women.
And men.
And, this year, yeah, the young men as well.
Junior Derby is co-ed.
Those, well, see, then now I'm stuck saying these young people. Which sounds odd.
Meh.
These
People
youngsters.
is people.
I did get to see California Mayhem. They have 2 boys on that team, and they were Tough Love and KB the Rockstar. Mind-bending. To think that that's the direction that possibly men's derby's going in the future. Those 2 kids were crazy. Such talent. And that entire team was really great. They stomped the Rosebuds in that game. I was not ready for it.
Well, if we're just looking at someone like Felice Brutality, who came from Rose City's junior program, if that is what we have to look forward to, imagine an entire team of experienced skaters like her.
With 7, 8, 10 years on the track before they even start.
Yeah.
And that's Scald Eagle on the line right now for the Wheels of Justice, finding her way around the outside. Atlanta recycling to the front, but unable to catch her.
But they have definitely caught 1701 Jean-Juc Picard.
Atlanta taking some time to try to break Jean-Juc Picard out. Scald Eagle on her way to the penalty box with a cut.
That's right. Jam and penalty number 4 for Rose City. This is an opportunity for Atlanta. They've been sitting at 51 for a couple of jams here.
A cut called on Chestnuts. That's going to be her number 5.
There goes the offense for Atlanta. They've got to get Jean-Juc Picard out of the pack if they're hoping to score any points on this power jam.
Right now, Jess Rivas and Sarlson up front.
Yeah, Scald Eagle already standing, and she causes the forearm penalty on Jean-Juc Picard. However, she's going to sit in the penalty box herself.
Scald Eagle now up against Atlanta. Wheels of Justice down to 2 on the pack.
And I bet they're going to go on the offense. Yeah, here they go. Scald Eagle having some trouble crossing that path.
She's got so much lateral movement, it's really hard to throw a net over and hold her down at any one time. You get lucky every once in a while with this move being able to drag her to the back. And they had a pretty good power jam kill right there with Jean-Juc Picard already back on the track.
Well, as good as they can be, they sent her to the box. Jean-Juc Picard exits the pack. That was her initial.
Monica Geigel stopping the drag back there on Scald Eagle, but then we had a repeat.
And right now, Rose City's up to 159, Atlanta at 51, 18-15 left in period 2 of this game. And we're going to see someone who I believe who also came from the junior program of Rose City. Would you not confirm that for me, Magic
Apparently
Pony?
that's a position of debate right now.
Ah.
I feel that in my memory, I remember that happening, but somebody told me that is not the truth.
Okay, so it's an urban myth.
It may in fact be. Let's refer to it as the urban myth of.
Okay.
And Lauren Much taking a step out. Although I swear I remember her playing in the juniors.
Well, no need. She broke through the pack now. She is the lead jammer of this jam, Lauren Much for Rose City.
One of just the most graceful and skilled, toughest jammers I've ever seen. Right now, 2 more to get by, and she's through. And she took all 5.
Troublemaker is still contending with the defense. She passed the star. A number of really effective star passes from Atlanta this bout. That's 247. Slams Mackenzie, donning the star. And I must say, that's a very impressive tactic that Atlanta's really got down.
Yeah. It can be difficult. You got to do it really quick. As soon as somebody notices, you get in a lot of trouble right away.
Well, I think that the key is the jammer and the pivot really connecting. And from it, well, because I coach now, I can tell you this, that blockers have to set it up in order for the pivot to get into the right spot, and the jammer has to know. Therefore, she can pass the star right over the line of blockers.
And Feliz Brutality through on the outside. Some very fancy skating. Jess Rivas with a huge block, and she shrugged it right off.
Baller shot caller showing off her skating skills, absorbing hit after hit. But Feliz Brutality was lead jammer. She picked up 4 and called off the jam. That is quite a pickup for Atlanta this year.
Yeah, that was great.
Baller shot caller. What a skater. What a display of not only core strength, a skill, and pretty spins.
Yeah. Like a ballerina with track awareness.
A ballerina getting punched and spinned around, but yet staying on her skates.
I might actually go to the ballet if that's the way it was.
Hey, if it were on roller skates, it would be much more
I
entertaining.
long for the ballet. So we're at another timeout, Atlanta.
Atlanta's going to start with 2 blockers in the box. Wild Cherry standing. And of course, if she's standing, she's allowed to stand anywhere in the box as long as she's in the limits of the penalty box. So she's standing right near her bench, ready to go in the back of the pack.
Rob Lobster back on the track using this timeout to chat with the officials.
And Atlanta setting up their 2 blockers at the very front, right up against the pivot line in order to give their jammer some traction. That jammer in question is Jamunition for Atlanta. Liquor and Split will be taking the star for the Rose City Rollers. And he's going to ask for an official review.
Well, great time to read an ad or two.
Tell me.
I will tell you that the Eugene Weekly proudly supports Emerald City Rolly Girls. Rolly Girls? Roller Girls.
Roller Girls.
And Fast Girl Skates, that's all it says, Fast Girl Skates are great.
I love that store.
And, yeah, me too, actually. And Fingers Duke.
Who?
Fingers Duke.
Tell me more.
I wish I could. That's all it says. I can only read, I'm like Ron Burgundy, I can only read what I have right here in front of me.
Well, we thank Finger Dukes for sponsoring the Big O 2015.
Yeah, there's that. I'm sure that's what that's all about.
Mm-hmm.
Something exciting.
Tell me.
Well, I already read that.
Why don't you tell me of Sin City Skates, another great store?
Oh, we can do that twice. So we've got over 25 years of combined on-track derby experience. SinCitySkates.com. Sin City Skates, where customer service is the name of our game. SinCitySkates.com.
An official review is the name of this timeout. Rob Lobster, of course, calling for an official review, and we hopefully will be able to tell you what he is reviewing. So he took a timeout and then called for an official review.
It was Atlanta. I think Atlanta got that
Atlanta.
last time out. And then Rob took advantage of that to have a chat and ask for a review.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah, he's smart.
Maximizing, yeah,
Wise use of time.
absolutely. And we have Wild Cherry working the runway in the penalty box.
Work it, girl.
Rumor has it she's a former figure skater. There.
She's got the hip. I saw it.
There you go.
And the message is coming to the live house call. The king will tell us momentarily what's been going on. Honestly, I can't hear a thing he's saying.
Coach Lobster was looking for an extra penalty on an unidentified Atlanta skater, but no penalty shall be called.
That happens a lot. Way
Yes.
up front, it's Liquor and Split moving the entire Atlanta wall all on her own. Atlanta struggling to hold her down right now. One more to get by. Lead Gemma. In the back, Jamunition trying to shrug off hits, but it's Nacho Lucky Day on the outside, slowing her down, stopping her finally.
How apropos.
And up front, Rose City recycles to the front with Jamie True, Nacho Lucky Day, Copernicus bridging things out. They are just trying to stop her. She had so much lateral movement, and finally she's free.
And Liquor and Split looked like she was about to call it, and she said, "Oh no, I'm gonna go on," faking it, and now she really called it after picking up only 1 point. After all that, so good on the Atlanta defense, holding Liquor and Split to 1 point on this pass. Brings Atlanta to 54, Rose City 176, 14:30 left in period 2 of this game.
Scald Eagle back on the line for your Wheels of Justice. And she'll be skating out against number 213, Aphrodite.
Yeah, and here she goes again, trying to kill some penalty time. She even pushes her to the inside. The ultimate penalty kill. That's one blocker released from the penalty box. And the second blocker for Rose City standing up.
Rose City standing out there ready to snatch her up. And Atlanta on the run, chasing off Scald Eagle and ready to block for their jammer. That was dynamic.
Yeah, incredibly well thought of by Scald Eagle, killing the penalty time. So now they have 4 blockers, and that's the initial pass for Scald Eagle.
Did it take a full extra lap just to get to the initial pass? Aphrodite up with a 4-wall. That crazy diamond defense now down to a 3. Scald on the inside.
So solid. Wow. Aphrodite breaks through the pack, but not after Scald Eagle picks up 5 points. She calls it off.
Probably a good idea.
Picked up nothing on this pass, but kept her, actually picked up 2, excuse me, but kept her opponent Aphrodite at 0.
Rob out on the track consulting with Charleston. Both coaches in the center. Good deal of very calm communication, well thought out, well reasoned and insightful.
Well, I think the benches that are the calmest probably do the best.
Yeah.
He's Felice Brutality for Rose City facing off Troublemaker for Atlanta. Felice Brutality picks up lead. Troublemaker still contending with the Rose City defense at the back. Oh, she finds an opening on the outside, but she's pushed out. And of course, she has the long way to come in, so they're going to recycle her back.
Felice Brutality now up front with Atlanta's lineup. Queen Luzia Tifa on the outside holding things down.
That's right, Wild Cherry, the captain as well.
Well, she is good.
She's solid. And number 747, that's Aussie Kamikaze for the Atlanta defense. Bridging is baller shot caller.
Atlanta with a 3-wall, now down to a 2-wall. Nacho Lucky Day in for the Anarchy, sweeps it out, and there goes Feliz Brutality. Like we were talking about that earlier, letting go of one of your blockers.
Yeah.
And looks like she might have picked up a penalty on that one, but it was effective.
You know, parents are not going to like you saying that. And Troublemaker takes off the star. She tries to pass it. She does pass it to Queen Lose Your Tifa. Another very successful, well-executed star pass for Atlanta.
I didn't even see it. It was so quick.
Absolutely.
And we're still in the action. Feliz Brutality decides, oh, no, yeah, I'm going to call that.
And she picked up 3 more points, which brings Rose City to 196, Atlanta to 54, 10:50 left in this bout. You are watching the 2015 Big O tournament live from Eugene, Oregon.
Thank you. I can't imagine anybody had anything better to do with their days than watch this, because this is awesome.
Rose City certainly thinks so. They are in the commanding lead.
Lauren Much back on the track from Wheels of Justice. And that's number 1701, Jean-Juc Picard. Everybody going nowhere. It's just a pileup right at turn 1.
Yeah, and Jean-Juc Picard had dropped the star. She's the only one that can pick it up. So indeed she did. Oh, there goes a star past the baller shot caller. Not as successful as the other ones, but she looks like she's still going to make it through. Serrelson, last line of defense. Baller shot caller again. Takes a spin around Serrelson. Puts on the star and is going to hope for a couple of points. But no such luck. Lauren Much called it off after 3 points.
Jean-Juc Picard on her way to the penalty box. Number 523, Liquor and Split, up with number 50, Jamunition.
Atlanta playing -1 blocker. Full pack for Rose City. Of course, Atlanta letting them have the back line.
Liquor and Split finding a white wall up front. They give her a little bit of a put down. She's on the attack right now, dropped to the in and on the run to the back of the pack.
That's right, she was on the inside, so they didn't go too far back.
Wow, she just faked that line. Broke out, and she is lead jammer.
Jamunition still working on the initial. Oh, on the outside, wide open for Liquor and Split, picking up 5 quick points. Jamunition breaks through the pack. That's her initial.
Aussie Kamikaze having a pretty good day out there, sweeping off Rose City to get Jamunition free, and that jam is off.
And the coach for Atlanta looking like he's got something to discuss. Is he calling for a timeout? I don't believe so.
Nope. Just making sure everybody's aware.
We've got Aphrodite on the line for Atlanta. Scald Eagle, the celebrated jammer for Rose City.
And Scald just pushing on that line, moving everybody forward. Atlanta with 1 in the box. Scald Eagle out for lead jammer. Right now, Aphrodite taken to the back of the pack and stuck behind. Well, and right now up to the front because Atlanta was chasing Scald Eagle to the back. Aphrodite making no progress with that huge line. Queen Lose Your Tifa in to just circle around, trying to hit everybody. They keep jumping out of her way as she takes the swing.
And a big hit on Scald Eagle. How often do you get to say that?
Hardly ever.
Well, actually a big illegal hit.
Well, it happens.
Yes. As number 504, That is Natty Longlegs taking a seat in the penalty box.
Actually, Atlanta putting the screws to Scald Eagle. She's had enough and decided to call that one off.
But not before bringing her team to 212 points. Atlanta at 54. 6:45 left in period number 2 of this bout.
Feliz Brutality back on the line for the Wheels of Justice and Troublemaker. And looks like we're having an official timeout. Stats or ads?
Hey, we had enough ads. Let's put in some stats.
Yay!
The WFDDA teams of the Big O will vote one MVP blocker and jammer from the opposing team for each game played. These MVPs will play against Team USA, the best skaters in the world, during a full-hour exhibition bout Sunday night at 7:30 p.m. This is the last game of the tournament. Tonight, people. The junior teams will vote one MVP blocker and jammer from the opposing team for each game played. And these MVPs will play against Team USA Juniors during a half-hour exhibition tonight at 7. So if you were thinking about going anywhere between now and I say approximately 9:15, you better forget it. We've got non-stop action here at the Big O, ending with the two big Team USA Junior and Team USA Women's bouts right here at the Big O.
Those will both be great games. I can't wait to see that. And it's Feliz Brutality on the outside. Certainly someone who'll be playing in the women's game later on this evening. Feliz slams that Atlanta line in the back. They just weren't quite prepared for that sort of assault. Atlanta with a good recycle, but she was there first. Through for 5. Feliz Brutality on the outside, now bunched up with 3 from Atlanta. Troublemaker breaks out. She is on her scoring pass.
And Feliz calls it off. She picked up 2 more points, so 3 more points, excuse me. Rose City now 220, Atlanta at 54. Atlanta has been at 54 for
Quite a
some
while.
time now, yeah.
Rose City putting the lid on it.
One thing that I noticed a lot in this tournament is how hot jammers are coming into the pack, because blockers can now take those hits, and it's really changed the game. Whereas, you know, up until 2 years ago, back blocks would have been flying left, right, and center, and now the walls are able to brace and take the hits that the jammers can lay on them at full speed, which has made the game so much more interesting.
Yeah. And it's Lauren Much still trying to break her way out of the pack. She's almost there with 2 more to get by. 1, and she is lead jammer. Jammunition. Go ahead.
Still working on her initial pass.
Speaking of that, slamming the line, she is really putting everything she has at it right now. Lauren Much around the outside.
So fast.
Atlanta dropping in to get Jammunition free. Chestnuts on the good hit. Drops her to the out. She's being recycled to the back of the pack as Lauren Much flies through unopposed. Got a star
she's
pass in action, and as Patrick's been saying all afternoon, that quick handoff before anybody even noticed it.
Yeah, and if you're passing to volley shot caller, chances are it's going to work out. She is now the jammer for Atlanta. Lauren Much, one last scoring pass, picked up 4 and called off the jam.
Nice.
Rose City now at 234.
That star pass used really well to get somebody out there you know is going to make around the track really quickly and put the pressure on Much to call it off.
Yeah. Yeah, 3:45 left in this game. Rose City really laying down the law in Atlanta in period number 2. Liquor and split on the line for Rose City in 17:01. Jean-Jules Picard for Atlanta.
And they are bunched up, not quite to the pivot line yet. As they get into the turn, things start to break up. Liquor and Split now breaking out with all of Atlanta swarming her in the front.
Liquor and Split contending with the diamond formation at the front. She's almost out of play, and she breaks through. She's the lead jammer.
And Atlanta.
High block on Jean-Juc Picard. Power jam for Rose City.
Liquor and Split back on it. Wheels of Justice swarming the line. Queen Luzia Tifa showing us what her name actually means. Puts Liquor and Split down.
Yeah, and she landed in the box for that hit, which means
Liquor and Split did.
That's right.
That was
for the hit
crazy.
on Queen Luzia Tifa.
That was absolutely an amazing hit. Queen Lucy Tifa right now covering the outside line, trying to scrape off Wheels of Justice. Jamie True. Nesbitt Smith on the inside. Can't hold her down.
Liquor and Split takes off the star to cause some confusion. Keeps it in her hands and crosses that path.
I love that play.
No points.
Every once in a while it works really well. I've seen teams use it too much and no one believes it's going to happen.
Well, I think the idea is to bring some attention possibly to the pivot. Therefore, one blocker is watching the jammer less. However, unfortunately, because she was not wearing the scar, she didn't score any points.
Yeah.
And it may work. It definitely works for the initial pass when lead jammer status has been awarded to the opposing blocker. But I'm not quite sure what her strategy was there. Maybe she just wanted to get through and hopefully get the pack moving.
She's an anarchist.
And they do hold a comfortable lead at
Right now.
237 to 56 with a minute to go.
This game could go either way. Scald Eagle breaks out. She is on the run, lead jammer.
A Scald Eagle, lead jammer, as you were saying. Aphrodite exited the pack. Oh, a coach for Atlanta is going to ask for a back block there.
I like Coach Atlanta's styles to come out, just chat, kind of remind everybody, hey, I saw this.
Well, I think if you go in on
Polite.
a regular basis and bring the attention to something that you think may become a problem or a reoccurring penalty, you can actually put it in the refs' minds that this is happening, therefore they look out for it.
Police brutality on the outside, ekes it out. Lead jammer, Wheels of Justice. Just 2 seconds left in regulation play. Police brutality way up front. Copernicus on her way to the penalty box.
And the Wheels of Justice are going to keep it going. Of course, they want those ranking points, and the more points you score, the more ranking points you're able to collect.
Jammunition down on the outside. Nesbitt Smith there to meet her when she returns to the track with Nacho Lucky Day and Jamie True.
Felice Bertelli getting nowhere with this beautiful four wall. She's getting help.
Nacho Lucky Day in to break things up.
Yeah, what a great offensive blocker for Rose City.
Atlanta just having it tied up, and there goes Nacho Lucky Day. She is really good at that scrape. And there goes Ozzy Kamikaze.
Jammunition clears the pack. That was her initial. Police Brutality decides she'd had enough. And this concludes this Rose City Atlanta bout. Unofficially, Rose City will be at 242, Atlanta at 56. I think a pretty convincing win for Rose City. Rose City really on a tear this weekend. Third bout, third win.
I like it.
Yeah. I bet you that's how they want to roll it.
We're going to play hard.
Yeah.
Well, that's that. That's the final 242-56 Rose City. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. We'll have the victory laps and What's next?
Emerald City versus Mob City. That's a junior bout, as we were saying earlier. Watch the future of roller derby happening right here at the Big O, like from Eugene, Oregon.
And thank you for coming all the way down from Canada. Patrick, you're sharp as a tack. I had a really great time. This was a terrific game, and I'm glad I had the opportunity to do it with you.
It was a big pleasure for me to Magic Pony, because magic
It's all magic.
is magic.
All the time. It's all sparkles and rainbows. It's my whole life.
So that's about. Thank you for watching the Big O, and we shall see you next bout. Thank you very much. My name is Plastic Patrick.
And I'm Magic Pony Power Hour.